What's up, y'all? It's Jamel Gibbs, your family-oriented entrepreneur. Welcome to another video. So just a few days ago, I did a 3-day getaway with some clients that came out from across the country. We had people from, everywhere from Phoenix to Oregon to, Dallas, Texas to New York to, everywhere in between. Atlanta, some people from Virginia, et cetera, and some local people as well. And what we covered over this 3-day getaway was how to get started finding deals as a real estate investor. We are at the O. Henry Hotel here in Greensboro, North Carolina. Remember a few weeks ago, I invited you guys to the Deal Pro Getaway? Well, this is day one of the Deal Pro Getaway. During this 3 days, what we're doing is we're covering finding cash buyers, finding deals through my micro list strategy, and making a ton of offers. And the goal is for everybody who came here to gain the knowledge that they need moving forward in order to be able to continue doing deals. So I wanted to vlog the experience and bring you guys right along with us. I thought it was a fun event. We all had a great time. And at the end of the day, everybody benefited in some way from the event itself. But the reason why I wanted to shoot this particular video is just to kind of give you guys a recap of how that 3-day went. And hopefully you'll be able to benefit from some of the information that we covered as well. So listen, the first day when I got there, I had everybody introduce themselves. And we found people, again, from all over the country that were brand new to real estate. Some people came there because they were brand new and they really wanted to learn the ins and outs of how wholesaling works. Now, the strategy that I showed, which I coined, is something called micro lists. Basically, with micro lists, it'll allow you to find the right deals, but the exit strategy doesn't matter. So when I say exit strategy, I'm saying wholesaling, fixing and flipping, rental property investing, creative finance. Those are all exit strategies, right? The entrance strategy that we're talking about is finding the deal, which is super important. And really, that's the hardest part in the business. So I wanted to put together a 3-day event in order to be able to share with people what it's going to take in order to be able to get a deal. So the first day, what we did was we focused on qualifying markets, and then we focused on pulling cash buyers lists, and really making sure that the market that we were looking at was a decent market based on statistics. All right. So we didn't want to just jump out and say, hey, let's go buy houses in this part of the country. No, we actually did the research to validate the market before we actually step into the market. So super important day. After we pulled the cash buyers list, the next thing that we did is we reached out to cash buyers. So we sent text messages. We went ahead and cold called, and we did I made sure everybody was doing something in order to be able to progress towards getting cash buyers, or at least building relationships with buyers on that first day. All right, y'all. So this morning we started sifting through zip codes using a site called listsource.com. If you're brand new to real estate, it's probably a new site to you, but it's not new to real estate investors that have been in the business for a little while. So yeah, this morning we went through listsource.com, we went through affordablehousing.com, and we, how many cash buyers did we look for this morning? About 10 each. What we're doing is we're prepping to start finding deals for tomorrow. But in order to prep to find these deals, we wanted to make sure that the market solidified itself, make sure there was activity in the market, make sure that there were cash buyers in the market. So this afternoon, we're going to be calling up the cash buyers and pre-qualifying them, which is step number one when you're looking to wholesale, for example, or joint venture on your deals. Day number 2, we started taking the information that we had on day 1, and we started finding sellers. So I broke down some of the motivations of a seller, right? And why timing is important, why the property condition is important, why the financial situation is important. when it comes to the sellers. And why, what really makes a motivated seller? Usually when you have a compounded issue, let's say, for example, you have somebody that they have to sell because they just had a job transfer and they can't afford 2 mortgages. That's a compounded issue versus somebody who just got up in the morning and said, hey, I think I want to sell today. There's a difference between the two. You got somebody that have to sell, they need to sell, versus somebody that want to sell. Usually when you're dealing with somebody that want to sell, that's not going to be your best deal, right? So we focused on people that need to sell. And we started pulling those lists through my software investor, Deal Pro. We skip traced the lists. And then once we skip traced the list, we started reaching out to them in that afternoon. I also had DeAndre come out. You guys know DeAndre from my channel. Day 2 of the Deal Pro Getaway. And we are having an incredible time. Right now we're on lunch. Today we covered finding sellers, right? This afternoon, after lunch, we're gonna really be diving into calling up these sellers, right? So again, we targeted the type of people that we're focused on today, but now what was more important than targeting and pulling lists and doing all of the mundane stuff is really getting into the dirty work, right? And the dirty work part of it is calling the people. This is where 90% of the people fail. So again, first day, we found buyers. Today, we're finding sellers. Tomorrow, we're making offers. That's the 3 days right there, right? Obviously, we're going to have some more fun throughout the day, but DeAndre is about to go up after lunch. And he's going to talk about how all of this could tie into infinite banking as well. You want to drop a little something on him, man?
Absolutely.
Tell everybody who you are first, and then take it from there.
I'm DeAndre Clayton. I'm an IRMA certified planner. Basically, what I do is I help people to mitigate taxes and be able to build their wealth, right? So today what we're going to be talking about this first lien HELOC that I've been known for, obviously, as of late, as well as infinite banking and how it combines with actually being able to supercharge this aspect of real estate investing, and not just real estate investing from the standpoint of just the returns and different things like that, but being able to safely scale while being able to build even bigger than you thought you could. So that's what we're going after today.
He spoke to the group for about an hour or so. They all got value out of that, and how they can apply these things into their real estate investing business as well. So we had a lot of fun with DeAndre. Shout out to DeAndre too. He came out on his anniversary. I think it was his 15-year anniversary with his wife, and he was shooting out to a cruise right after. So he literally came to the event, he spoke, and then he went ahead and I got pollen in my eye right now. It's allergy season, y'all, so y'all gotta excuse me. But he came to the event, literally left to go on vacation with his wife so they can enjoy their anniversary. Happy anniversary to DeAndre. Shout out to you. Leave a comment in the comment section. Wishing DeAndre a happy anniversary as well. So after he left, we spent the last, I want to say, hour or so just reaching out to sellers, sending text messages and things like that. And that kind of warmed us up for day number 3. Now, day number 3, we went over scripts. And the reason why we went over scripts is simply because when you start reaching out to sellers, you got to know what to say to them, right? If you don't know what to say, then you're just throwing away leads. So we went over scripting. We also went over how to make offers. So even if the people that came to the event didn't get a deal at the event, which is obviously my intentions, then at least they could take the skill set. They have all the information that they need to go home and keep applying, right? Stay in momentum. The thing with this is you got to make offers in order to be able to get deals. So you got to have momentum, and you were able to build that momentum up during that 3-day weekend, right? So the day number 3, we kept reaching out to more sellers. We had a few people, two clients who spoke to somebody at 8 o'clock in the morning and one at 10 o'clock in the morning. Those weren't the best deals, but at least they had conversations, right? They broke the ice in order to start talking to more sellers, right? The only way to make money doing this is to make more offers. And that's exactly what the focus was on day number 3. Now, we did have a client who, at the end of the day, after everybody's reaching out, everybody's trying to get sellers on the phone, this one client, we were able to negotiate a contract up in Cleveland, Ohio. She was able to send that contract out. And then from that point forward, she was able to see the ins and outs of how she can get leads, she can contact sellers, and ultimately make offers. So that was a win all day long. But overall, we had a lot of fun. Day number 2, we went top golfing, which we had a great experience there. Somebody mentioned something to me at Top Golf. He said, "You see what you got right here, Jamel?" He was talking to me. He said, "You see what you got right here? This is priceless." And what he meant was you had people who, the day before, people from all over the country, they came in, nobody knew each other, right? And you had to see all the smiles and the laughing, and we had Rondell there, and you would say we had a good time, right? Yeah. So we had a great time at Top Golf. These are people that don't know each other, but you would think that they knew each other for a long time. So it's that camaraderie that you build. Everybody has a common goal. And that's why I come into events like this, joining masterminds, being in coaching programs and things like that. It costs money, of course. It's an investment into yourself. But that's the real benefit of it, right? You got other people that's pushing you to be able to keep you on track to hitting your goal, right? Everybody's on the same path at the end of the day. And you guys can continue to build each other up and, continue to push forward. And, the people at the group, the people at the event, they formed a small group amongst each other so they could continue to help each other. But it was a win. We had food there. We gave them breakfast and lunch all 3 days. They had jazz night, Thursday night, which was, I'm not a big jazz fan, but it was just something cool to experience. And then, at the end of the day, they had a chance to get out of town and really enjoy themselves. So, Jackie, what you think about the event so far?
It's going real good, and I'm now understanding how to go look and find the buyers and to call them up.
I think everything's going well, and I just like the hands-on on how to find properties.
I know you're working, man. What you got going on?
Enjoying the show.
Well, we appreciate all of y'all, and I'm sure YouTube is going to appreciate that as well. But we just vlogging the experience really for for other people to see, that it's really not that hard to do this, as long as you're willing to put in the work. That's at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, right? So we got to be willing to put in the work. And the more work we put in, the more consistent we are with the work, that's going to give us the result that we all looking for. The next one I'm really considering doing, if I do it, it will probably be in like Puerto Rico or Jamaica or something like that, maybe on a cruise. I don't know. You guys got any ideas? Leave a comment in the comment section. Obviously, the price would change based on where we go, right? Because it is an investment to do something like this. But I just wanted to provide you guys with a recap of what we experienced. And if I had to say anything that you guys can really benefit from this particular video, number one, if you haven't done your first deal yet, you got to start building momentum towards getting your first deal. The best way to build momentum is to be around other people that are building momentum, right? They're trying to get started, right? You can do this on your own, absolutely. It's going to be a lot harder. It's going to cost you a lot more money. You're going to make a lot more mistakes. But when you got other people guiding you, helping you, and you are all learning from each other, it creates big wins at the end of the day. Again, this was a recap video. I wanted to share with you. I thought it was a fun video, different kind of video than what I'm normally sharing on my channel. People had a chance to see my real personality, which honestly, I know I've been shooting YouTube videos for years, right? And I've been consistently shooting them with Rondell now for about 6 years. This year is going to make 6 years that since I revamped my YouTube channel, and I'm still trying to figure out how to bring my personality out on camera. So I think it's almost like when you have the lights and the cameras, the action starts. It's almost like, I don't know, it's almost like a weight over you, and you feel like you got to be perfect on camera when you really don't. So for me, I'm just trying to practice being more loose and just being myself. But at this event, people were able to see the real Jamel and see my real personality, and I thought that was pretty cool. But again, leave a comment in the comment section. Like, subscribe, click the notification bell, share this video if you found benefit from it. At the very least, you learned that you should find your buyers, find sellers, keep making offers. Eventually, all of you, if you just made one offer every day, just one offer a day, there's no way you can't get a deal, right? So it's about making offers in this business. And as long as you're doing that and you're making progress with it, you'll win, all right? So hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Again, like, subscribe, click the notification bell. See you on the next one. Take care.